Sunderland's first signing of the summer has landed in Newcastle for a medical, and he is 34 years old, arriving on a free on a 2-year deal. For a club built on youth and data, that is a deliberate exception, and it is worth understanding why. David Ornstein reports that Thomas Meunier is set to join on a free transfer after leaving Lille, with terms agreed on a 2-year contract. The Belgium international was at the World Cup this summer, featuring 3 times before his country went out to Spain, so this is not a veteran being wheeled in on reputation alone. He was competing at the highest level of the international game a matter of weeks ago. The squad logic is clear enough once you look at the right-hand side of the defence. Trai Hume has been close to an ever-present, and the position has lacked a genuine senior alternative. A season running across the Premier League and the Europa League means Thursday nights followed by Sunday afternoons, and no fullback can carry that alone without either dropping off physically or breaking down. Meunier gives Régis Le Bris a competent option to rotate in, one who has spent large parts of his career in European competition and knows exactly what those weeks demand. He also offers something the squad list is short of. He can play right back or push forward into right midfield, which matters in a squad where versatility reduces the number of bodies required to cover a fixture pile-up. And, as with Granit Xhaka before him, there is the quieter contribution. A dressing room full of players experiencing continental football for the first time gains something from a man who has played it for a decade. The obvious caveat is the age, and it should not be dressed up. Meunier is not the player he was at his peak, and a 2-year contract for a 34-year-old means Sunderland are committing wages into a period when decline is likely. If he becomes a starter rather than a rotation option, that is a problem. The signing works only if it is what it appears to be: depth, competition, and experience behind Hume, not a replacement for him. Which brings up the sharper point: Hume will not welcome this. He has held that shirt through the club's best season in decades, and a Belgian international with Champions League nights and a World Cup on his record has just arrived to compete for it. That competition is precisely the point. A squad preparing for 2 fronts cannot have positions where the first-choice player knows he is unchallenged, and Le Bris now has a genuine alternative rather than an emergency solution. There is no risk in the fee, because there is no fee. The exposure here is wages and a squad place, and for a club that has spent this window being outbid and outweighted on £30 million targets, banking a free transfer with real pedigree while the bigger deals grind on is sound business. Sunderland's summer has been defined by the players they refuse to sell. It begins, properly, with a 34-year-old who cost nothing walking into a medical on Wearside.